Peter on his holidays, and he's supporting the Tour de France.
Matthew's got his Tour de France gear on. Give us a smile, Matthew.
Wow, you going swimming? Ready, steady, go!
Run, Gemma!
Go, 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 guys! Go, Katie, go! Brilliant! I'm going to try and get him cycling on his pedals on, but...
Well, I can do skid,
What kind of a bike is it, Matthew?
a wide frame, and I can put a skid. But I have to go on top of the hill
It's okay.
and go very fast.
You are a fantastic cyclist, Peter.
Our first day on a proper bike, that's Kinkaid. This is us, we're training for the Court McSherry triathlon on our Court McSherry holidays. Everybody's ready for the start, doing their warm-ups. You'll get disqualified if your helmet's not on properly. Hey Mia, do your helmet on properly? Of course you can help.
You're doing really well.
Take it easy.
70.3, drive on, hoorah!
Let's have a great round of applause for our 9-year-old girls. Get set, go!
Go on, Maisies, go towards, let's go! Right to the finish! Pete, where Katie is, Pete. That's a great swim, Pete. Let's go! Let's go, Maddie! Shoes on and rip it, Maddie. Go, Peter! Well done, Pete. There we go.
Matthew beat the second 11-year-old.
Did he?
Yeah.
How was it?
That applause is just for you.
How was it? What was the best bit? The finish.
All right, girls, yeah, carrying the camera along the way.
I want
Good
to
job, yeah.
I can first, Twig second. I can first.
Nice work.
Peter, how was yours?
Good.
Enjoy it? Good. Well, that's good.
We're in Dublin Airport now, 6 a.m. flight. So I've actually had 0 hours sleep, 0 minutes sleep. And Dublin Airport is a bit chaotic at the minute, so they told us to arrive 16 hours in advance of our flight, which we've duly done. And we're here. The workers aren't even here. Let us check in.
I think the idea was originally Dad's, and he just wanted to get all the family together to do a race. I think Ironman was always going to be the type of event that we wanted to do. So racing tomorrow is Dad, the GOAT, the big man. Now he's a few of these under his belt, so he's the most experienced athlete in the family. The family idea, originally it was a ski holiday, would have been the plan, and I was thinking about it, but morphed from a ski holiday into a half Ironman race. We may regret that. But... We've also got Mum racing, the surprise entrant. I say surprise, word got out and circulated a little bit, but surprise entrance, Mum's racing as well.
I'm Catherine Kinkaid, mother of 5, wife to Mark, and in Luxembourg at the moment. Well, as a bit of a surprise to my family, I'm doing a half Ironman. It's a bit of a surprise to myself really as well. And it's been delayed for 2 years. It seemed like a really good idea 2.5 years ago, not so sure now.
We got Katie racing her debut in the distance. Katie's going to hammer it tomorrow. Katie, if she starts something, she'll finish it. She's strong.
So tomorrow we are doing the Ironman Luxembourg 70.3. So 1.9 kilometre swim, 90 kilometre bike and 21.1 kilometre run in what looks to be 34 degrees heat. So the reason we chose Luxembourg is that it's kind of like doing a triathlon in 3 countries for the price of 1. So the swim is, we start in Luxembourg and then we enter Germany for a little bit. And then the bicycle, a small part of the bike goes through France, and then the run is all in Luxembourg.
Peter's never trained, but he's raced. I think maybe underprepared, but he surprises you all the time, so I have no doubt he'll be right up there and very competitive.
Well, I've done a couple of triathlons before. Me and Charlie Murray, hello Charlie, would have done a couple of sprint triathlons in Ireland. Haven't actually got the Olympic distance yet, so we've gone straight from sprint to the full half Ironman. So completely and utterly unprepared for what lies ahead. If you fail to prepare, you got to be prepared to fail, and I am absolutely 100% prepared to fail.
Maria and Victoria constantly surprise me because they turn up to do a race and you wonder how prepared are they, and they have been born to race, or they've just raced all their life.
I'm Maria. I'm the second youngest because I'm 8 minutes older than Victoria, so she's my twin. So this is going to be both the longest endurance event I've ever done and the most difficult. The pressure with everyone else signing up was a big thing, but I think we're that family who does 5Ks for fun on the holidays. So as soon as one person does it, there's a competition. Now everyone wants to do it. Looking forward to it. Excited to get on the course and get the atmosphere. A bit nervous about the heat. I haven't done any event in this kind of heat before. It's supposed to be 35 degrees tomorrow. It'll be tough, definitely. Just gotta keep fluids in, ice down me, and good to go. And also maybe beat Mia. I don't know what she's saying in her interview about beating me. There's friendly competition between me and Victoria. Victoria and I have raced together for years, and one of the things actually is we've always found is it doesn't matter if one of us wins as long as one of us does. So we're more competitive against everyone else. So you'll probably see us sneak past Peter, sneak past Katie, and if one of us gets at the end, there'll be a wee fist bump. Then well done. We both won then. But yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be good to see how it goes down tomorrow.
Matty, he just likes to win, and he likes to constantly improve, and he'll be lightning fast out there. I know it.
This is my third half, so we had, the first one was 70.3 Dunleary in 2019, I think, and last year I did the half in Sheephaven in Donegal. In Ironman races, you've got, especially on the continent here, you've got a lot of good athletes, so it's very much your own race, whereas back home, if you're doing a local race, you're racing to place, whereas this year it's just a case of go out there and time trial from start to finish, do your best effort. I fully believe that the wheels will fall off somewhere in the middle, hopefully closer to the end of the race, but I'll just keep going to the end and leave it all out there. That's the plan.
About 1984, myself and a friend entered our first triathlon. No real reason, we both did a bit of swimming, and occasionally both had bikes, and we both did a bit of running. So the triathlon scene in Ireland started in 1983, and I think there was possibly a triathlon in Uri in 1984, and then this was the second one in 84, and that was the first race. And then after that, we just got hooked. Triathlons just continued. The distances tended to start off in shorter distances over the years. The distances I did just got longer. I suppose all these decades later, I'm still making a fool of myself at it. And then we were able to incorporate family holidays around them as well through the 90s. There was always something sporting going on. There was always bikes. They would have sailed. Just most of the social life would have evolved around activities as much as anything else. And I suppose they grew up with that. I guess maybe it's natural enough they went into it.
I did triathlons, well, to be fair, swam and ran when we were younger. Maria and I did that quite a bit, and then we got into triathlons through that. We started when we were maybe 15, and we were part of the Irish triathlon squad for a couple of years, and then we gave it up because in 2017 there's drinking to be done, partying to be done, so we gave it up for a couple of years. Now this is just doing it for enjoyment and going out for the race, the whole family doing it, a nice idea. But the whole family swam for years, so a little bit of that. Peer pressure from Dad, obviously, he wants everyone to do it. I think tomorrow is going to be Dad's 32-year life goal has come achieved with 7 Kinkaids at the start line of an Ironman, so he'll be a happy man on Father's Day. Like, you told a couple of people we were coming over to do this, the whole family was going over, and they say, oh, that's really nice. But you know, if someone said that to me, I'd think, thank fuck I'm not in that family. Do you know what I mean?
The twins would have done a lot of triathlons and like the kind of kid stuff. Like even when Dad did his triathlons, there was always like the Iron Kids races, which I never did because I hated running. I was like, no, I'm not doing this because I can't run. And then once I think I got over my phobia of running, it got easier then to think about stringing all 3 together. But yeah, it wasn't until I was in my early 20s I did my first actual triathlon. I've done, I think, 3 Olympics to this point. And then I've done quite a few half marathons and then 1 marathon. Matthew did the Miri half in 2019, and he was the first one to do a half of the kids. And I think once Maddie did it, we were like, okay, Matthew's done it, and we probably all should do it, because once one of us does something, then we can't have everyone else not doing it.
Well, I sort of took up on a whim, I guess you could say, maybe 2017, 2018. I sort of transitioned from the life of partying to, trying to be a bit more active and get into sports. So Dad's always been into the multi-sport events, the swim, bike, run. They introduced us to it quite early on as kids. It fell by the wayside for me, but I thought I'd like to come back to it once I'd matured a wee bit. So I think I really started, training properly in 2018. Entered an event, and I just fell in love with it again.
Well, I'm going to be last, but it doesn't matter. I always say I'm ahead of the people who didn't start in the first place. A bit concerned about the heat tomorrow. That's actually bothering me more than anything else. That's one good thing about the heat. It'll be non-wetsuit swim, which is what I prefer. Hate swimming in a wetsuit, so looking forward to that bit of it. And then I would like to say it's all downhill from there, but unfortunately, not quite downhill. A few hills to go up, but I'll just stop at the top, have a drink, have something to eat, and go on to the next one.
Training on the drink, fantastic. Training outside of that is very, very different. I was at a wedding in France last weekend. So it was 3 days, really good training on the drink. Before that, ABA Festival in Belfast. I was in Liverpool the weekend before that, and then in Paris the weekend before that for another festival. So it's gone pretty good. Time on the bike, no. I've been for a couple of swims and a run here and there. To be honest, my game plan is just to fire as many Red Bulls and ibuprofens in me as possible. And hopefully that numbs the pain that's going to be searing all over my body, and then just kind of crawl through. Just a big finish. I just basically want to get most of it done, have a grimace on my face, and then obviously come to the finish line, high fives, slaps, everyone's involved, getting a good time going, let's get the party going, and that's my entire goal.
Once it's all said and done and we're finished up, pizza, pints, it's a holiday as well, that's a race, so you got to keep that in mind. Not take it too seriously, it's meant to be a bit of fun. We're here for the crack, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow and tomorrow night as well.
Roasting, and it's 10:08, so it's going to be a hot day out there, but feeling good, ready to go.
Ready for the post-race pints.
Listen all the work that went into the training and enjoy the journey. Remember, after every low, there's going to be a high up on the course, and we're waiting for you to celebrate you and your accomplishments at the finish line.
Just keep drinking on the run. Looking strong, Billy. Well done. Unreal, Billy. Class.
You got this, I got this.
You got this!
Kinkaid! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
It was absolutely roasting from start to finish.
I hated every minute of it, but loved every second. There you go.
Whenever we were on the run, was trying to think to myself, who the hell's idea in our family was this? And I was going to ask you, Aaron, did anyone own up to it in the introduction video? Because I'm going to have to have words with them. I'm not impressed. I'm not. It was death. The closest I've ever been to death, actually.
I thought it was handy enough, to be honest. Like, I was taking her handy. Like.
My toes are gone for days. Right, blisters bigger than the size of my big feet.
I gave about over 100 high fives across the course.
I took a piss while running.
That's probably why you can't feel your hand anymore, Pete.
Yeah, right enough, because you had 100 high fives. But
it was good. We got her done, which was the most important thing.
We've got everyone back. Everyone ready to get some food and get absolutely plastered.
And Matty's on his way to Utah.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
What's up?
What's up? Utah, baby.
What the Kinkaids!